Hello, this is Mark Gaston with Impact Property Experts, and today we're going to be talking about how to find your home's value in 2023. Quick disclaimer before we get started. Not only am I a real estate investor with Impact Property Experts, I'm also a licensed real estate agent in the state of Texas with eXp Realty. Impact Property Experts is a residential redevelopment and investment company, not a brokerage, and is not affiliated with eXp Realty in any way. So you're thinking about selling your home in 2023. One of the most important things that you need to determine is what is your property's value. Now, real estate professionals have specific guidelines that they use to determine a property's value so they know what it can be listed for and what it can be sold for. Now, if you get an official determination, it's called an appraisal. But usually an appraisal is saved for when you're actually in the selling or purchasing process of a home. So you need some way of knowing before that time what your property is worth. Now, the way that real estate professionals do that is through what are called comps. Now, let me explain to you what a comp is. A comp is a property that is similar in many facets to the home that you are trying to sell. We can use those other homes, those comparables, as a means whereby to get an idea of what your home is worth. Now, there's a lot of things to consider when it comes to comping properties, like it's called. For instance, you need to look for a home that has similar living area as yours, usually 200 square feet above or below what your square footage is for your living space. On your lot size, you need to find homes that have lots that may be 2,500 square feet more or less than what yours is. You're going to want to find properties that have similar construction as your house, whether it be a wood frame house or a block home or a brick home. You're going to want to look for properties that have similar amenities such as a pool and that type of thing. You also want to look for properties that are kind of in the same position as yours. For instance, is your property next to a highly traveled road or a commercial district? Or is your home in the middle of a neighborhood where it's kind of cushioned from some of those other factors that could negatively impact your property's value? So a real estate professional takes all of these things into consideration to come up with, comparing your properties to those similar properties to get an idea of what your home would sell for. Now, I've saved probably the most important thing that you need to understand to the very last. We live in a very volatile market right now, to where there was a big bubble back in the middle of 2021 and 2022, but the property values, what they're being sold for and listed for, is slowly coming down and correcting itself. That being the case, not only would a real estate professional have to find homes that are similar to yours and nearby yours, but they really need to be homes that have sold within the last 90 days. For instance, why is this so important? And I want to stress this to you because this could literally save you a lot of headache and trouble if you're looking to sell your home. If, for instance, if you have a neighbor down the street from you whose home sold for $300,000 back in the middle of 2022, back in June, where kind of the market peaked, and it's the same condition as yours is not going to sell for that same amount. For instance, let's say that your home is located in Tampa, Florida. In the Tampa, Florida area, the list prices for homes have dropped about 15 or 20% depending on the neighborhood and that type of thing. So if your neighbor's property down the street sold for $300,000, you can very safely assume that whatever his price sold for, you're going to take about 20% off of that. So that means that your home now, in the same condition with the market conditions that we are in now, would probably only sell for maybe $240,000 or $250,000. One other thing that's very important that you didn't mean to make sure of is you want to make sure that the properties you're comparing your home to are similar condition. For instance, if your neighbor's property that sold for $300,000, if that homeowner just spent $50,000 or $100,000 to completely renovate the home and your home's not renovated, then you have to take that into consideration, or vice versa. So it is very important. If you want to sell your home in 2023, you need to listen to the advice and listen to the guidance of real estate professionals, whether it be a realtor or an investor, and you need to make sure that the value that you're wanting to sell your property for is actually what meets today's current market conditions. Don't get fooled into thinking that your home possibly is worth more than what you might think it is. You need to take these factors into consideration and understand you need to get an accurate picture of what your home would sell for today. Well, I hope this video has been helpful, and if you would like to have a real estate professional such as myself to help you in determining your property's value, if you're on my website, you can just go down and fill out the form below this with your information so that we can help you there. If you're watching on YouTube, you can just click the link that'll take you to that same page, or wherever you're watching.